Dukes of Weebdom, episode 100.
We planned nothing.
Monster Hunter Wild. It's all good. We had an unexpected break week, and it worked out perfectly.
I needed it.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, it worked out perfectly, because now episode 100 can just be Monster Hunter Wild.
Because I'll totally be able to fill this time slot with all the wilds I've been playing. But just so you can get some in, would you like to go first?
What are you, 15 minutes into the game?
Oh, God. If we're talking realistically, probably like an hour. But again, that was very slow progress. I have not been beelining shit. I've just been playing.
Well, I beat the game.
I do already have a criticism. It's a criticism I gave World 2.
I have a few too myself, actually.
Way too many cutscenes, man. I actually almost fell asleep watching one of the cutscenes the other day. The story is not nearly I'm 1 hour in. But I think it's an easy assumption the story is not complicated enough to warrant this much of my sleepy time.
So, yeah, I'm about, 35 to 40 hours in. I'm still in the 30-hour range somewhere, but I've made it all the way through the high rank. I've fought everything except for a high rank Dashiguma. I just haven't needed to fight him yet, but I've beaten everything else. So I've fought every monster in the game. I have everything unlocked. I'm just in-game farming now. Story is all of, there is a high rank story, but, the main quote-unquote story is all of low rank. You fight the flagship monster at the end of low rank, and then typical Monster Hunter fashion, that is not a spoiler, because anyone who's ever played any monster...
Again, it's not... This isn't the Count of Monte Cristo.
Well, anyone that's ever played a Monster Hunter knows that whoever is on the cover is not the final boss of the game. It's not been that way since forever. Going all the way back to 3U, Lagosarius wasn't...
Probably go back to 1.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Rathalos was on the cover, but Fatalis was the
up.
final boss. I don't know about 2. That was Kashelador. 3, Lagosarius / Lagiacrus is actually how you say it.
Thank you for trying.
Lagiacrus.
I wasn't going to correct you.
Lagiacrus is the flagship for Japan, but for 3 Ultimate and over here, it's... Well, Lagiacrus was Try. It's actually Zinogre. Or Zinogre.
Bay.
Yes.
I saw a really good thirst trap of Zinogre. Continue.
He's glorious. It's one of my favorite monsters.
Dargakuga is probably mine.
So they were the final for 3, but Sadis was the final boss in 3 Ultimate, or fucking
for fucking World.
Xeno'jiiva instead of Nergigante. Fucking
Gormagala was on the cover of one of them, I would assume.
4.
Yeah, because he's around that tier. I could even feel out what level of monster you're speaking of.
Yeah, but the Xeno'jiiva, basically, the world.
Yeah.
You had Nergigante, but Xeno'jiiva is the quote-unquote final boss. And in this one, it's Zoshia, which is where some of my criticism sneaks in. The fight is fucking lit, but I look at Zoshia, and I'm just like, that's just a reused Gormagala frame. You put the 2 of them next to each other, that's just a bigger Gormagala that's white, but fire, and the fight's epic, but, it's on 4 things, and it's got these big wings, and it's got a head that's similar to Gormagala, but not really, and it changes when he gets, mad. It's all, black and charry. But then he also has the wings that Gore has with the arm wings. So they're kind of wings. No, not like the flowing cloak thing. It's
Yeah,
not
like, you know how it has like I don't even know what to say, like tapers and like has like an effect where it's like disintegrating off of him.
Yeah, not like that in the sense that his wings have arms. So when
Yeah.
he's enraged, he's got 4 arms.
Okay.
So that's what this thing has. And then when the third and fourth arms aren't in, they're just like up here, and then the wing just got wings. But I'm like, okay, whatever. You used Gormagala's frame for this boss, whatever. But this boss, you fight it the one time. It's an assignment, so it's not an optional quest. You can't fight him again. He doesn't have an armor piece, and he doesn't have weapons. And there's not a high rank fight of him. So I'm like, why is he
So it
here?
almost like feels like an afterthought in every way.
Yeah, because I'm like, Xeno'jiiva had armor and weapons.
The
even
cool ones.
Yeah. If I remember correctly with Worlds, Xeno'jiiva originally had the low rank armor and stuff, but there was no high rank upgrade for it on launch. That came later with title updates, if I'm not mistaken, which is whatever. Maybe the same thing's going to happen with Zoshia.
I do want all my babies to return.
Maybe. Me too. Title update 1 has Mitsune and another something. They said another thing, some challenging fight, and I'm like, Mitsune's not a challenging fight, so they're not talking about that.
To be fair, I could go back to World if I ever catch up in Wilds and just play the fights in that I want to do too.
True.
I mean, I have my PS4 hard drive, so like World's still on my PlayStation.
This story is okay.
It's
Monster
Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be super compelling.
World's story was, monsters are here for some reason. Let's find out why. Okay, that's why the monsters are here. We solved it. That's like the whole story.
Basically it. And I give them...
I almost want less story, is what I want. Just don't even give me cutscenes. Just let me just be a simulator. Like, just let me live this world.
So... I'm just going to get all my criticism just out of the way and then just gush for the rest of the time. Like I said, that low rank is all story. It should be more that emphasize that story is low rank. There is nothing in low rank that is not story.
So I have a lot more cutscenes ahead of me.
So I don't want to say you're on train rails because you've already done optional content.
I know what low rank feels like.
Yeah. But like...
I do optional content because sometimes that leads to upgrades. Like I ignored some quests in World and that means less ingredients, less this, less that. So I was like, I might as well just knock out these fucking optionals. I need some of these parts anyways. I didn't get a jaw the first 2 times I killed that fucking frog. So I brought a hammer.
So yeah, it's all story. Sometimes there's things that like I would want to have had my freedom, but because I'm in this, because like there's nothing I dislike more, and this isn't against Monster Hunter. This is against games in general. Is that when you make me, I'm playing the game right, and I have to follow an NPC, but you railroad me with the NPC, so I'm not in control of my character's movements.
I know exactly what
I'm
you
just
mean.
following this while they're talking and they're walking slow.
Like sometimes you don't even have full control of your camera while it's happening.
That's another thing. I'm trying to look over here and it's like yanking my camera back. And I was like, this kind of sucks. Or because you have a long distance to walk and you're going slow, they'll be talking about this stuff. And that's kind of cool. I'll be like, oh yeah, let's interact with this thing and interact with that. That's pretty cool. But then there'll be like a 10-second space of just silence because they got to walk that extra steps into the next thing to talk about type deal.
And then little annoyances like with that slight delay between you changing speeds and them. And
Well, no, I can't even. It's just you're.
Oh, I know the
on
railroad
auto-
ones, but
yeah.
you know the more free-form ones where you're just kind of following along them.
The old Assassin's Creed games, they're slower than your run speed, but faster than your walking
that
speed.
feeling.
I hated that. I would honestly rather have the railroad than that, though.
Yeah.
Because
it
at
is
least
really
I'm
annoying.
moving at the same speed as them, and I'm not trying to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But for me, it's just another moment where I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking cutscene bored me to tears.
But every single cutscene can be skipped.
Yes, it paused. Thank God.
Yes.
You can't pause cutscenes in Metaphor, just to warn you.
Brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of
My
those
partner
cutscenes-
did not like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
You had to I could bring up the bottom PlayStation menu. That'll stop the cutscene until you re-enter the game, but there is no pause. But yeah, I was very happy to see you could pause cutscenes, and I did pause them. I only skipped some. I'm probably gonna end up skipping a lot more though, from how I feel.
That's alright. So basically, you summed up the whole fucking story.
I was doing it through Worlds, not this.
So, there's 5 zones, and I knew there would be that 5th zone. It's just like World had that Elder's Recess area.
Sorry.
So I knew that was gonna be a thing. So I was just like, when it got there, I was like, cool.
Desert, forest, does it have ice and volcano already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
So you start in the desert, you'll go straight to the forest next, and you actually go there pretty quick.
Yeah, I have the quest to go there.
Yeah, and then
it was like that, and it said suggested do surveys, so I did my surveys.
And then
sorry, we visited there and immediately came back, which pissed me off. You get a cutscene like, this is the forest. Let's report back to camp. Just like, God, can I just play the video game, please?
Yeah, because I like the older Monster Hunter. Well, not really the older, just every other Monster Hunter where it's like, okay, here's your Hunter Rank 1 or your Low Rank Star 1. Here's 6 quests. But I hate the first...
Freedom Unite 2 had a story.
No, it didn't.
I didn't listen to a single NPC dialogue, and I feel so much more enriched for it.
Like, the first 3 stars of old style Monster Hunters always suck, because you always get those stupid quests.
Oh, I'm glad they trimmed that fat.
Yeah, go gather 3 mushrooms for me.
Bring an egg back. Yeah, go climb to Zone 8 in the volcano, pick up this dragon egg, and bring that shit back to camp. Enjoy.
Well, thankfully, none of those quests were ever mandatory, but I did see it on the map. I was like, oh shit, an egg, let me see, because my camp's like right there. So I went to pick it up, and then Alma's like, oh no, the parent monster has been alerted to you, or whatever. I was like, oh. We were walking, and I turned around, and there's 2 Rathians just right there.
I was just about to say, that's how I used to pull Rathian in Worlds, actually. I'd go right up to her nest, fuck around with it, and it wouldn't be much longer until she came around.
Nice.
Because, I told you, I was farming that shit.
But there's no Rathian in low rank. My first Rathian I saw was in high rank.
I hope low rank's really short.
It is. I mean, short is relative, but again, if you wanted to skip cutscenes, the only cutscenes I cared about was
start skipping cutscenes.
There's lore towards the end in that 5th zone. That's what I was trying to work with that 5th zone. That I like, because I like the deeper Monster Hunter lore, but you gotta dig for that shit.
I like the ecology. I don't necessarily like the lore. Sorry. It's not like I don't care about the lore.
Makes sense.
I can't judge what I don't know.
Yeah. Basically, lore is that. All right, I'll get to that actually because it ties into another gripe that I have.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but so those zones, all of them. Chef's kiss. Mwah, beautiful. Nice. Especially the forest. The forest is my favorite zone.
Is it nothing like World? Please tell me it's nothing like World.
I mean, every zone has like 3 levels, but like...
Well, World, that was more like 20.
Yeah, especially in the Ancient Forest. I know how much you hate that, but like...
Despise.
Here's something super good to just remember for you, because they do show it in a tutorial. So whenever you're on your Sacred, if you hit up, it'll just auto-run to the monster you have targeted. Or, if you don't have that, on your mini-map, there's a green line. It's green dots that will just show you the way.
Ubisoft me, baby.
And then you just go. But I will say you should fuck with settings and there's a setting in there called Sacred Auto Explore. Turn that fucking shit off. I cannot tell you how many times I've tried to stop and interact with something on my Sacred, and he just walks the other way, and just because he auto explores, you stop, and then he starts walking in a random direction to go
Who
explore.
would even fucking want that?
Yeah, it's default on.
It's like a camera mode.
Yeah, so it can be annoying if you're just trying to like gather at a mining point.
Also, I gotta ask, what the fuck are paintballs for in this game?
All right, so I did the first event quest came out yesterday.
Yeah.
2 of them, and I did one of them, and it asked me to fight a Kutku. When I was fighting him when he was almost dead, there were 5 Kutkus in the same zone as I was, and I could see a 6th one over yonder. If you paintball one, it will make sure you don't fight one, and then he runs into 3, and you're like, which one was I just fighting?
Okay. I was wondering, because I'm like, I never lose the monster, and I have been paintballing, because I'm used to old school, where you
Yeah.
have to throw that shit at them.
So, but at the same time, as long as you don't, like, if you have that lock on the quest reward, it also has the little monster, the red monster icon above the person.
Thing.
So you don't really need paintballs.
I haven't
you
been
could.
logging on much, though, so I appreciate.
Yeah, so that's really what that's for. If you were fighting a monster that there could be multiples of in a zone.
Because I saw them there, and they're infinite, and I'm like, did they just reinstate one of the worst fucking things we ever had to do again? Because I don't miss paintballing. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, that's...
When that shit wears off as they're flying away. Oh,
Yeah, you can just put them in your box if you wanted.
I might.
Yeah.
I'll kill all of the Kutkus.
Right. But no, the forest, especially when the sun is out, because you have the weather changes and stuff, and the weather change in the forest is like torrential downpours. So I mean, not that that's a bad time to be in the forest. It makes it bad, but it's like when the sun's out, it's so beautiful. The forest is just like, oh.
I can't wait to go back there.
It's quick because you should just have to come back and fight Dashiguma, maybe? No, you fight Dashiguma in the forest, I think. Or, I don't know.
There's something that introduced that I didn't fight yet. I don't remember what it is.
The Balahara?
Yeah, that thing.
The little Leviathan thingy?
Mm-hmm. I might skip that cutscene, so I don't know if I actually looked at it. I'm already pretty done with cutscenes.
Yeah.
I was hated in World 2, and they weren't even that bad in World.
You fought the fire chicken thing? Its name I cannot remember.
I've killed a couple of them,
Yeah.
now.
I always thought because they showed that monster late, and I expected him to be further into the game than he was. I thought Balahara would have been the second monster, so when he wasn't, and I had to fight him on my own at first, and then like a quest later, they're like, "Oh, go kill a Balahara." I was like, "I just did that," but okay.
I almost thought about killing one when I was doing a survey, but I was getting tired, so I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed.
So yeah, desert, forest, then you have the oil well basin, which is just like a mining zone that's just filled with oil, and then it catches on fire for its weather change. Everything is just on fire.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually pretty dope.
And then Tundra.
Dracula's castle is much more apt description of the frozen area.
Mine's Dracula's castle. It's starting to sound like dark and darker up in here.
Well, not like you go into the frozen wastes, and a lot of the frozen cliffs are like inside an ancient, like you're in a room, and it's just like like an ancient room. I mean, there's parts where you're in like a cave where it's just icy floors, and like you got the stalactites on the ceiling, and it's just snow everywhere, and it's a blizzard. There is their weather phenomenon. Yeah,
Is Barrioth in it?
Yeah, no, it's pretty dope.
Is my baby Barrioth here?
No, but Blangonga is.
What what an awful trade.
Right?
Damn it. I feel like none of the sexy monsters are in this game.
No.
Damn it.
The final zone's also like beautiful.
the Holy Square, Zinogre, Nargacuga, Barioth, Tigrex. I guess I would put there. Maybe not.
I mean, I guess because he's like
Skinny.
he's with the Barioth and the Nargacuga.
They got that same shape-ish.
Yeah, what they.
And I would never call Brachydios attractive by any degree.
Well, that's actually one of my biggest concern is there's 29 monsters in the game.
Really?
But World had 30 at launch. But
I didn't touch World at launch, really.
There's actually only 27.
Oh, no. Well, one of them's that boss that you said is pretty much Gormagala.
Yeah, well, no. Well, not counting that. Well, counting that, it's 27. 29, everything full in 29. The problem is, Arkveld in low rank is called Guardian Arkvel, and then Arkvel in high rank is just the Arkvel. So they count as two different monsters in the monster list. And there is nothing different about him. It's just, the difference between fighting a low-level monster and then the high-rank version.
Yeah, it's not even like a variant. It's just like literally that.
Yeah, and then maybe he had... I don't remember him doing his super move in low rank.
Yeah, but that's a pretty normal thing for that transition.
And you ready for the most egregious one? But not really. That's probably the most egregious one.
The other fact that none of my hot monsters are in this game is already pretty egregious, but continue.
Guardian Rathalos is the low-rank Rathalos. There's no regular Rathalos, low rank.
So what the fuck's Guardian, then?
But then there's a regular Rathalos in the game as well. And those count as two separate monsters. So to get in... yeah. And there's a Dashiguma and a Guardian Dashiguma.
Oh my god, what the fuck is a Guardian?
So that's what ties into the story I was talking about.
And you'd also think that like the high rank version would be the one that has the fancy title instead of the low rank version. Like, shouldn't the harder one be the Guardian?
So in all of Monster Hunter lore, there's every ancient ruin that we see. We fight the Fatalis in the ancient tower, or this. We always see like this ruined ancient stuff. That's from the ancient kingdom, basically, of Latveria is what it's called. And it fell in ancient times, obviously. But there were this hyper advanced civilization.
I got you.
Monster Hunter is basically a post-apocalyptic story.
What story is it these days?
Yeah, and that is the city. And they always just... It's always in Monster Hunter be like, oh, there's ancient thing of peoples. And
there's the ruins. Ruins of what? Ruins.
It's always just like a paragraph description in a quest line or whatever. But in this one, they kind of delve into it and like they had a power source. And that's how these people, like that's what Nata's family is. The keepers. They guard.
I did get that part.
They live down there and they watch over that area. And we find out basically that they synthesized their own monsters. So all the Guardian monsters are synthesized monsters. They're not. So they have no stomach, and they also are missing something, no reproductive glands, and they live forever. But all they do is guard the thing. So they don't need to eat. Yeah. So when we come in and we're like, oh, that's a Guardian Rathalos, and he has certain different move, like there's this new, I don't want to say it's an element, but it's whatever they call it, wyvern milk. That's legit what they call it. It's just this juice.
Why aren't my hot monsters in this game?
So you get the fucking, in the last zone, there's a bunch of this white shit that's interactable.
It's white!
Yeah.
No!
It's like white and black. And so the Rathalos, right, he has these moves in World and in this one now where he does more like claw attacks as a Rathalos should, being like the way he's designed. You know what I mean? He has no arms, so he would be attacking a lot with his feet. So he has a lot of like slams on the ground and shit with that stuff. Whenever he does that, it does this like picture it like slime almost. It leaves the thing there and it blows up, but it's not. It doesn't interact the same way as slime, and it doesn't get on you.
Okay, I'll imagine the wyvern milk is slime. I got you.
The way Brachydios uses it, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that's where my brain...
Yeah, get it. Semen. Come. Yes. I got it.
Baby gravy. Continue.
So that's all the Guardian monsters. There's Guardian Dashiguma. There's the Guardian Rathalos. There's the Guardian Fulgur Anjanath.
So we're more like 26 monsters now.
Well, yeah, because, there is no regular Anjanath. There's just Guardian Fulgur Anjanath. It's the lightning
Thank
Anjanath.
God, I don't like him anyways, so...
And then there's a Guardian Ebony Odogoron.
Yes! One attractive monster. I was just thinking about him.
I was so happy when he showed up, but I was a little sad that it was the Ebony one, just because I like regular Odogoron better.
Yeah.
But this is the Dragon Boy. I was like,
And he poured in
cool.
a storm. Never mind. That's it. I'll take his wyvern milk anytime.
Oh, Jesus.
Second episode ever. I'm going to need to hit that explicit tag.
Yeah, so basically, it's just these are synthesized monsters, the Guardians.
I mean, that's a cool idea, but yeah, that should absolutely be bringing that monster list down.
So, Dashiguma and Rathalos are the two that have a Guardian version and a regular version. So, you have a Guardian Rathalos armor set and a Rathalos armor set. Guardian Rathalos weapons and Rathalos weapons. But, like, Rathalos weapons are just better than regular Guardian Rathalos.
Yeah, because they're going to be high rank.
Well, no, they both are in high rank, too. The Guardian, all of the Guardians come back in high rank.
I thought they would just be like one thing.
Except for Guardian Arkfell. Because when we beat Arkfell, we find an egg. He laid an egg at the end of low rank. And it grew surprisingly fast because then we kill it at the end of high rank.
So, like, 27 monsters.
27, 29 if you count Guardian Rathalos and Guardian Dashiguma.
I barely want to count the final boss, so 26.
Well, I'm going to count it because it is its own separate fight and is its own unique fight. And it was honestly...
It has no armor.
For now. But I will say, though, that fight is fucking badass.
That's good, at least.
It is very badass.
I'm gonna be side-eyeing every monster that's not attractive every time. Be like, you could have been them.
Yeah. I feel like the true large monster section is, like, lacking. Almost. Because
there's too many mediums.
There are a lot of mediums. Or, like, mid-tier monsters. Like Narcilla, fucking Gypsaros, Rathian, it's Rux something, the fire monkey thing. There is the two octopuses, there's two of them.
Ooh. I'm so sad monkeys are back.
Yeah. Kangala, Blangonga, fire monkey. Yeah.
Is Rajang in the game?
No.
Thank God.
Rajang's more of a G rank monster.
Thank God. Yeah, he sure is. Thank God. I still haven't killed a Rajang.
Ever?
I've
killed many.
I think we failed the time we tried to bring me along.
Well,
listen,
man. Rajang in Freedom Unite 2 is just a different animal. He's also like seven times the size.
Animal.
He's like 7 times the size as he is in other iterations too, and just as fast.
Put the fear of God in me.
He does that.
I'm not sure if I fought a Rajang since.
Because it's like, I don't know. But I will say, all of the Apex Predators, so Raydao, Uthduna, Jindad, I don't even, it's just like...
They've gotten so hard to pronounce
and the Alava Octopus, I knew it too. That's another 2-syllable thing. He's the coolest, though. The fire octopus.
I'm excited.
He's fucking badass. And my son was super excited for me to fight him because he loves octopuses. And a fire octopus is just like the coolest thing in the world for him. So it's a super fight, and you can cut off all of his tentacles.
Oh,
Or
that's a dual sword.
or 6.
Quest.
See, because does he have 8? Because he's an octopus, but it's like a cephalopod.
Yeah.
He's
I
a
think.
cephalopod. But you can cut off 6 of his tentacles. I cut off 5 in one mission. I was so close, but I killed him before I could get the last one. And then the other one is a smaller, medium-sized monster. Pretty cool. His armor's dope too. Zushu. So it's XU.
Yeah, I would say
XU,
too.
and
If we're going like Chinese.
SU space. Yeah, so definitely.
Yeah. Susu.
Yeah, something like that. And I'm like, he's cool. You can cut off 4 of his tentacles. It's a pretty easy fight, though.
See, I'm also not liking the idea. I got like 3 monkeys and 3 octopuses on this list.
2 octopuses.
2 octopuses, but when you're like Blingonga, Congola, and another, I'm like, so that's one monster in my brain.
They put Blingonga like way higher in the tier 2 than you'd think he'd be like. I was like, he's so easy to fight, though.
Lord, have I not missed them, though. Is Keizu back?
Nope.
Thank God. Thank God. Ugly son of a bitch. I just want to look at it. That's really it. He's not hard. I just
Did you
hate
ever
looking
fight?
at him.
Did you fight Narcilla,
No.
the spider, the old spider?
Nope.
Oh, she's back.
I miss Vespoid Queen.
I don't.
I do.
I mean,
I
it was
still miss the sleepy bird. Garuga? It was Cuckoo, but sleepy. I think it was. Man, it's been so long.
I mean, there's a Jan Garuga.
Was I not close enough?
The purple.
Yeah, the purple one. It was Sleep Element.
Yeah, I fucking hate that thing.
I miss it.
That thing's like a fucking. He's in World.
Hey.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. I might go back to World just for some of the monsters. I still want to go back and fight Chameleos. Like,
There's not a single Elder Dragon in all of.
you kind of called that ahead of time, too, though.
Because technically, Gormagala is not an Elder Dragon.
He's like an anti-Elder Dragon.
No, he's just. So, Gormagala is the baby of Shagumagala. So, like, he grows up into Shagumagala. Shagumagala is the Elder Dragon.
Okay.
So, like, because I forgot about it, too, until I'm fighting it and farming, and someone puts down a trap. I'm like, that doesn't work, bud. He's a fucking Elder Dragon, and he gets stuck in it. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wasn't something up with that? And then I Googled it and looked it up, and I was like, oh, look it up.
So they'll probably all come either in DLCs or just extra content.
Well, it's like I said, too, World is the Elder Dragon game type thing. Like, every Elder Dragon is in fucking World. There's so many of them. There's like 9 of them.
I still want them back. I want all my babies. Not all of them.
I'm surprised Diablos isn't even in the game. Diablos is... I mean, I don't like Diablos.
Like any brute wyvern, so the less brute wyverns they give me, the happier of a man I am.
Well, that's not true, because Brachydios is a brute wyvern.
Is he really a brute wyvern? Yeah. Oh. Well, I don't like Baroth, Diablos,
Monoblos.
Uragan. So they're really fucking annoying ones I'm not thinking of, but I hate pretty much all of them but Brachydios.
Yeah. But I'm just surprised because he's like in... He's in most games.
Yeah. I always dread having to fight him the most. Because, I mean, at least Baroth, it's like, it's whatever, it's Baroth. It's going to be dead in like 10 minutes. But the Diablos is like, oh, he's going to charge me again. Come on.
Yeah. He's annoying.
I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty happy I haven't fought Tigrex yet in World. That's one I never missed. It's so exhausting.
Yeah, just running back and forth.
Over and over again. Dodging simulator. Be bringing a gun to that one. A light bow gun.
Yeah, but I liked the monster list better in base world, than what we got here, but maybe not though, because like I said, Raid Out, Uthduna, and the Ice and Octopus, those all 4 of those are awesome. All of them. They all slap. Arkville is also badass. His armor's sick as fuck. And, like, I mean, every flagship is also always amazing. Nergigante is fucking amazing. Magnamalo from Rise is fantastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lagiacrus, Rathalos, Kushala Dora, Zenoga, Gormagala. They're all fucking fantastic.
Zenoga.
Oh, it's so good.
Can't just bring me my hot monsters.
Stygian Zenoga, which is because black and red. He's like,
give me a Guardian Zenoga because I want that Wyvern mirror.
Stygian Zenoga is like my number 1.
Oh, that's actually like my favorite longsword. And all Monster Hunters ever is the Stygian Zenoga longsword from, I don't even fucking know, Generations.
3 or Generations, yeah.
That thing is beautiful. Sometimes if I ever imagine an anime character with a sword, it's a smaller version of that sword. That's how beautiful that fucking sword is.
Generations was the fucking...
It was good.
We were spoiled with that game, because that's the one that had the most monsters.
I wouldn't know. I pretty much beat Brachydios and then got the fuck out. Like, quite literally, the last thing I remember doing in that game is Brachydios.
I still have all of my Monster Hunter games. I should do, like, a Monster Hunter fucking, like, series or something. Like, do a YouTube thing and just, like, play through all of the Monster Hunter games I have.
I think I just told my partner, too. I was like, man, they're, like, pretty damn close to, like, YouTube-worthy at this fucking game.
Who, me?
Yes, you and our other friend.
Yeah.
Like, they're both, like, right at YouTube level. It's surprising they haven't already. Make it look like a choreographed dance.
My first cart was against Arkville in low rank, but that was because I played dumb. Well, actually, no, I lied. My first cart was against Gravios in low rank because I was fighting him without a cool drink on and didn't realize that I didn't have a cool drink. So I'm sitting here and be like, damn, he's doing a lot of fucking damage. Every time I look at my health bar, I'd be like, oh my God. Because, like, I wouldn't look at it, and then I'd get hit, and then look to see how much health I have, and I have, like, nothing. Little do I know, my health bar is draining the whole time because I'm standing in lava, in a lava area with no cool drink. So that's what got me the first time. Arkville was my first legitimate card, though. Like, I'm fighting...
Human error.
I should have healed. But it's whatever. And then Gormagala, the first time I fought him, he kicked my ass, but it was late night. It was the last thing I did, and after I got my ass beat a little bit, I was like, I'll try this the next day, and I just went to bed, and then first thing, I just killed him. But that's another gripe that I had with high rank. They have the story, they set up the frenzy virus, which is what Gormagala is. Like I told you, you can't just add Gormagala to a story-based game, and just be like, Gormagala's here. It's like, no, he has an effect on the environment with the frenzy virus. He oozes a virus.
He had a whole story about it already.
Yeah, involving 2 of the characters in Wilds. But he's just a throwaway thing. And it's just like, throughout high rank, you're trying to figure out what's going on with the frenzy, but you only fight 2 frenzied monsters, right? And then it comes, and it's like, yeah, we found Gore. Badass cutscene, and you fight Gormagala, but he's not the only, you have to fight a frenzied Blangonga as well in the same fight. That's the target, is to fight the 2 of them, and then you just kill Gore, and that's it, he's done. And he's not the final boss, and then you go fight the fucking... Then it's like, oh yeah, remember that Arkville egg? It's, hatched. Let's go fight Arkville. And then you fight Arkville, and that's the true...
This is why I don't even want a story, because the story just ends up being, hey, go fight this one anyways.
Yeah, so I just felt like Gore was just thrown in there to just be thrown in there. I just don't think that... I think they could have done more
Or he could have been anyone else.
Or you could have put Shargu Magala in it, because he's not in the fucking game.
And he should have, like, Elder Dragon. Like at least.
Kieran's not even in. I need my
I am
fucking
kinda
sexy
surprised by
Kieran
that.
armor.
I was surprised how fast they let me fight Kieran in World.
Yeah.
Very fast.
I don't even care. Listen, I'm glad that the Kushaladora, Teostra, well, especially those two, and the fucking Chameleos trio is not in it. Because
I really want to fight Chameleos.
Because I'm just done with the Kushaladora and Teostra. I've killed 1.5 billion of those over the games.
I didn't even want to fight Kushaladora in World. I hate him.
Oh, he's so good in World, though.
He felt fairer in World than he did in Freedom Unite.
Oh, absolutely. Freedom Unite's a fucking pain in the dick.
I'm like 90% sure you guys carried me through it in Freedom Unite. There's no way I beat him solo.
It's just a pain in the ass, especially if you're ranged. It's like you
And I was.
all your shit bounces off him, his wind, and then if you're melee, you just like go in there, you get one hit, and then you knocked on your ass, and he
They're telling
smacks you
you
in the
poison
face.
him, but you want me to poison him while my ammo's not working efficiently. Like,
And you gotta fucking just be at his face the whole time. That's what you gotta do. But then all of his attacks are frontal aimed
so
attacks.
fucking annoying.
The safe place to be against the Kushaladora is on his side, because everything he does will just miss you. But then if you're on the side, you're going to get hit by the wind pressure, fall down, he's going to turn at you and then attack you.
Yeah.
That's how the old Kushaladora went.
I didn't have a problem with him in World. I didn't have a problem with any of like the regular Elder Dragons. Like I fucking kicked Valhazak's ass. I kicked. I didn't fight Lunastra. I couldn't even find where the fight would be in the quest list. But I kicked
She's an
Teostra's
event
ass.
quest, and she was added after the fact.
I beat Teostra's ass, so I'm not worried about Lunastra.
Lunastra was a hard as fuck fight.
Oh.
She just does retarded damage.
Figures with it being an event quest that was added after the fact.
Yeah.
And then I think I was literally farming Kushaladora in that game now that I think about it because I wanted the bow because it's sexy.
It's so all of Kushaladora's weapons are amazing. His armor is ass though. Visually, I just don't
which
like
is
it.
the most important part.
Yeah. But all his weapons are great. Yeah. And then Teostra is just like both. I don't like his armor or his weapons. But I always get the Teostra and Kushaladora dual swords.
See, I was just about to say
Ice
that.
and
I was about to
Blast.
say, that's what I was going for.
You know there's not a single dual element fucking sword and shield in Wilds?
To be fair, it was like, what, the very end of high rank that there were ones?
Yeah. But Rathlos and Rathian are in this game, so this should be the
True.
fire poison.
Yeah, you
They're
should just
in there.
port
You
the
can
model.
see them.
Yeah.
The Rathalos dual swords is that. It's the green and the red, but they're only fire. There's no poison on
That
them.
makes me angry. It's like the whole reason I like dual swords at all.
Yeah, but the Gypseros dual poison battle axes are back.
All the weapon models look incredible, I gotta say.
So
I got the Rooster dual swords. It's like a spiked rod mace, like Tai Chi from fucking Dynasty Warriors, and then an axe on the other one. It looks so good on my back.
Dude,
that's a low rank weapon. Like,
I want to get the Odegar on dual swords because they're dual sickles. Each hand is two dual, so there's two sickles with the chain, but there's two of them. So it's like looks like you're holding a chain that's connected to two sickles in each hand. And I'm like, I want to know what that looks like in my hand because it's just a floaty weapon in the square.
How does it actually look?
Yeah.
It's gonna look really good with the focus strike. I can say that much. Oh my god!
That new skill burst is so good.
Burst.
My armor set has I don't have like maxed out, but I have
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 points in it. So whenever you do 5 consecutive hits in a row, you get a damage boost for the next thing. So I'm like, oh, dual swords gets that in a second, like in 3 seconds.
I'd be all over it. I might actually try longsword again now. It was kind of convincing me earlier.
Dude, it's honestly really good. It is really good.
And maybe switch axe. Because I don't really care about greatsword. Why would I play greatsword if switch axe is there?
If what? Switch Axe and Greatsword play very differently.
They
though.
play very differently.
Unless
but
you
they're
mean,
both
like-
giant slabs of metal.
Unless you mean like Switch Axe or Switch Blade.
No,
Or
I
Charge
need Switch
Blade, right?
Axe and Greatsword. I don't want to bother playing both.
It's the problem with Switch Axe, which I don't mind, but all of their combos are long. So you're going to have to get into the sense that you're not going to finish a combo before you have to dodge.
Which was already
or they're
my
gonna run
argument
away.
against playing longsword.
But at least with Longsword, they're not... The combos aren't actually that long. They're only a few... Like the...
Mind you, I haven't played
switch-
longsword since Freedom Unite 2.
Yeah, and that's probably going to... like
When
'cause
you were
all
like,
of the
literally had to do the full animation locked combo. You're smacking your friends. They can't do their shit.
So that combo is about the only thing that's still the same.
Ugh.
Everything else around it is different, and there's so much other shit that you're doing. You want to,
That's the part I hated. Why is that part the same?
because that's what levels up your sword thing.
Oh, it's so long. It's so goddamn long.
No, you just do the back slip, and then so the back swing that gives you a huge chunk of energy, and then when you do that and you go into the things, it cuts one of them off. So you go right into the triple, and then
That's good.
the sword slice. There's a new skill that you can get that you can put on. It's just a 1-tier skill, and it prevents you from friendly firing allies.
Ooh, good.
I saw a Reddit post
That really
today.
did kill longsword for me too, because I was playing it here and there back in Freedom Unite 2, but when you're grouped up with like 3 other melee buddies and you start
Oh,
fucking
it's
all
rough.
their shit
It's still,
up.
I mean, it doesn't matter who you are, what weapon you are. If you got a melee and there's like 2 other melees and you're all trying to go for the head and you're all on the same side of the head, somebody's not attacking. Somebody's just getting walloped.
It's the same reason I'm so glad they changed how like spread shot works for guns. You remember how it used to be you fire and it's like out there? Now it's like a proper shotgun where all the hits just happen.
Nice.
Back in the day, I'd be launching spread shot and all of you guys would be over there. It's like
Yeah. Terrible.
you're charging up. But yeah.
I'll say, though, that's basically all of that is all of my criticisms.
Good.
My only one other quote-unquote, not even a criticism, or something that I was annoyed with playing through, but now I just don't give a fuck about, is that the ice apex monster, you don't technically kill him, and you, like, repel him in...
Yeah.
So you don't get access to any of his weapons or armors in low rank. You have to wait until you fight him in high rank. But it's whatever. Yeah, it's
Low
one
rank is
monster.
mostly the fight to get out of low rank. So
Yeah. And honestly, when I did unlock all this shit, I'm like, oh wow, it's really not that good.
brutal.
His swords, I'm probably going to get his great sword though, because it's got like 550 ice. And I'm like, the weapon's got like 800 power. It's like
No brainer.
that ratio. I like he. So yeah, he's got high ice element. So I'm like, I can roll with this.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Everything else, it just seemed to be better. Better version of World.
Except menus, actually. Certain menus.
I don't hate the menus. The new
No, they're not mad. So
the new
okay.
item setup was a little weird to look at. When I would first go to deposit like what's in my pouch for the first time, you see all these fucking layers of fucking shit.
Well, so I was more like I liked the 3D map, right? But I liked the aesthetic of World when you open the map and it opens the book and it zooms in on the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got the pages of your book.
It even
It's
has
really
like
cool.
page sounds as you open it too.
Yeah, I liked that. And when you're in the page, you go in the book for your fucking your monster field guides for large and small monsters to look at info on the monsters. It was in the book. Now it's in a menu.
I
Start
also
menu.
miss being able to walk around my room.
Yeah, there's no room either. But I think that's going to be coming because they're adding a guild hall. There's no guild hall right now either.
Yeah.
And that's coming in the first title update. So I think once there's like a
That's the
gathering
thing.
hall.
Bots are just become like a live service game. Like they plan to just keep pumping it.
Well, kind of, but there's always been those, even all the way
Yeah.
back in.
Well, not
The
back
problem-
in my day when I had to insert my plastic covered disc into my PSP.
Well, because when we were playing Freedom Unite, we played that a few years after it came out. Anyway,
Yeah, that's true too.
so our first, was it 3 Ultimate or Try?
Your first.
Try.
I skipped try because I
Right.
didn't want to play it on the Wii.
Yeah, so 3 Ultimate would have been our first, like, when it came out. That's the one we played when it came out. But 3 Ultimate was of Portable Third. So Portable Third came out, and it got all of its updates over time. And then 3 Ultimate came out
Fair.
with all those updates already in it. 4 Ultimate was crosses.
This is my first
You know
time
what I mean?
going to be following from a launch. Because I
So,
did
like-
buy World when it first came out, but I was like so put off from it at first.
It was a massive change, but I was just like,
You know what it really was too? I actually missed loading into zones because I got so tired of chasing down monsters in World when I first played it. It's like, ugh. And little did I know it gets worse when I have to chase them up 8 layers of Great Forest and then fall down 8 layers of Great Forest. But I digress.
yeah.
I got into it later.
Every game has always had title updates as they go to get more content. So
Hopefully they'll give us a room back.
I hope so. I captured a fucking rare thing, and I went through hell to get it today. It was in the middle.
With like the net?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
It was this little tiny. It was in the desert, and it was this blue, shiny little puffball with an antenna and a puffball on it.
Oh.
It was like this big. I was like, I need it. And my wife was watching me. I'm trying to fucking get this, but every time I would get close enough, it would like run up. Dude, I spent like 5 minutes trying to figure out how to get this. I put the ghillie mantle on. I crouched. I tried walking up to it, but as soon as you get close, it darts off, and it's faster than your sacred. And I'm sprinting after this thing. I'm chasing it all over the desert, dude. Fucking shooting the net, shooting the net, shooting the net. Like, you'd run up, and then it would stop. And it stopped for the same amount of time. It was like 2 seconds. And then I get close, and it darts off.
Damn.
So I figured it out, though, because I was like, what if I shoot it with something? It's like, I don't really have it. It's like, oh, one of those bird things are there. And I grab a screamer stack from it, and I shoot at it, and it does the
There's
sonic
infinite
bomb.
throwing knives now.
Yeah, it has the sonic bomb thing
Yes.
to go off, so it stuns it. So I went over there and captured it with my net. And
Nice.
got the trophy for it, because I guess there's a trophy for catching something that shines like a meteor
Hey.
in the Windward Plains.
So they really wanted that one to be a pain in the ass.
Yes.
I haven't captured anything because of the fact I don't have a room. I was doing it all the time in Worlds, but it's because I could
See,
put them in my room.
I feel like because we can do that, I hope that they would add the room. Cause
Yeah, what's the point of capturing them if not?
Exactly. So.
Yeah,
And
that upset me. I love player housing.
I like the login rewards better in World. Like the menu system to claim those, it just looks more of a finished product
I
now.
do like some of the pop-in menus that you can just ignore now and then just go away.
Yeah, but like what I'm talking, so like you'd have to see it in video format of like comparison. But like right now, I have to go talk to a cat, go down to the login menu, brings up this fucking screen for the login bonus, and there's no like claim all. It's just as soon as you get in there, it shows you what it is, and it's like
I'm pretty
you
sure
already
it says
have it.
next, and every single time I'm confused.
It's like, did I claim it?
Yeah, exactly. Is it mine now?
Yeah, but in World, it's as soon as you log into it, it's a little interactive at the thing, and it just brings
It
up
does
a
it over
menu
time
right
to a
over.
thing. Bling, bling,
Yeah,
bling.
and it lets you know exactly what you got, how you got it. It's nice and everything. And I found it. I swear, I saw something that said NPC was talking to him, and they said something about deploying palicos, and I cannot find the thing again. So
I
if
feel
you
like
run
I
into
saw
that,
like deployment status on one of the screens too.
yeah, I thought it was at an NPC, and it said when I found it that you can't do that yet. It's like, oh, I gotta unlock it. So it's like, whatever, I'll just leave this alone and come back to it some other time when I have it unlocked. I can't find it now.
Huh.
It's just like lost in the abyss. I'll have to look it up. But maybe I was reading it wrong and it's actually something else, but I don't know, man.
I don't either.
I'd be surprised if you did. Imagine just
Whip that out.
No, it's
I
just
spent
actually-
2 hours just on Palicos. How does layered armor even fucking work?
So any high rank armor,
High rank, that's the problem. Okay.
any high rank armor you forge can now be used as layer armor.
Do you get both styles or just the one style you made?
Just the one you made.
And style's the only difference between the two, right? You know what I mean? How every set has
So in high rank,
there's actual
there's 4, but they look. I mean, the color palette might be a little different, but there's the male and female versions of each armor.
Yeah.
But like World introduced alpha and beta sets.
Yes, where there's like slightly different stats, like where one will have like a jewel socket instead of their second.
So the alpha will always have more levels of the skills the armor set has on it, but will have less decoration slots. And then the beta set has more decoration slots, but less of the levels of skill.
So what I mean is for layered armor then, do I only get, like if I make the male piece, do I only get the male piece?
Yes.
Fuckers.
I've been mixing and matching them. Some of them.
Oh, I have too. I'm wearing like a belly shirt right now. I got some shit going on. If I got an undershirt, I'm classy.
Well, I don't.
Hey. They don't gotta see my abs. The monsters
wait,
will
no.
bite me.
I'm not wearing abs and I'm not showing anything now. Except my face. My face is the only thing you can see on me. Everything else is covered in fire octopus goodness.
In that wyvern milk.
Though you can, when you go inside your tent and you get the menus pop up, if you go tab all the way over to the face, you can edit appearance and you can change the color of your armor like immediately.
Yeah, I was actually going around the layered armor settings and stuff, which is why I thought of it. I'm like, I've made armor. Where is my armor? Why is it just this stupid one set that I've never seen in my life? It's one of the like free things that keep on pre-ordering or something.
I have a code somewhere. I think it's in an email because I ordered it off Amazon. Nice. Pre-ordered, so my pre-order code for something, it's probably something stupid that maybe it's even an item pack, but it's like I don't really need that anymore.
Yeah.
So the title update's coming real soon though. It'll be here in a month.
Damn, I need to beat the game.
Yeah, early April is what they say. So I'm like, okay, first week of April. Got it.
I'm boned. Predecessor update. Fucking the game I just bought's having an update. And fucking Path of Exile 2 is probably coming out with more soon.
And you're playing significantly less video games.
I know,
now.
it's like an overall, I'm not doing any of this. I think I did log on to Rivals the other day, actually. That was the first time I played video games in weeks. Because I tried the 2 new characters and then dipped. Surprisingly, the thing's better than Human Torch. I had to eat my words.
Yeah, no, but I'm 11 Monster. It improved on a lot of things from World, but I think World did some things better. Like, I still miss going to a cat and having said cat cook for me instead of using the barbecue split.
Thank you. Fucking, I thought I would be like the unreasonable one to say I'd rather just get my meal at home base.
Yeah,
the
but
animation's worse too. Like I'm just stabbing it out in the field like a hobo and like eating it off my knife.
But I will say the graphics on said meal and food.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like every time
I just had the meal in the village. That one was.
I just eat dinner and then I come sit down and play video games, and I'm hungry again because I cooked in the game, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But I feel I did not
so
want to go use my fucking rations out in the field to make my goddamn meal. I was upset. And I thought about bringing it up like 10 minutes ago, but I'm like, nah, I'm being unreasonable. That's quality of life, I guess. No.
Yeah. I do like the dual weapons in the field. That's lit.
Mm-hmm. When they said it's connected to the sacred, I was scared it would be more of a pain in the ass, but it's actually pretty quick and not that bad.
The seamless world I've used once.
The what?
The seamless world where you can just run from one zone to the other. I just fast travel.
Oh, well, of course I haven't experienced that. I just saw the Force for the first time in a cutscene.
But it's like the time it would take you
To run to the Forest?
well, because the gaps between them, because it's the trick of seamless worlds. It's like while you're running through that hallway, the game's load in the next map for you.
I remember back when that came out as like an idea. I don't know if it's the first game that ever used it. It was Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, though. They'd have connecting hallways with just grind rails and a couple people walking by. But it's like the world's longest underground hallways because that's it loading the next area.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying with World. When I first played World, I was almost like, I'd rather load into zones, man. I'm getting lost. Like, I'm getting straight up lost. I never got lost in Freedom Unite 2. There's big dotted lines telling me exactly where each of these exits go. But no, it grew on me. It did. And I think Wilds will grow on me more in that regard, too, since I'm not going to get lost all the fucking time.
It's way easier to find your way around Wilds than in World.
Because I don't like fast traveling. When I'm playing Monster Hunter, I like feeling like it's a simulation. The same way I would if I was interested in playing Kingdom Come more than I am.
Especially because if they want me to run from the Windward Plains all the way to the fucking frozen cliffs, yeah, go fuck yourself. That's going to take me 15 minutes without the size of these maps.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be fast traveling in this one then.
Yeah. But if I'm like right there near the exit and I'm like, oh, the Windward Plains exit's right there, I'll just take the exit and go and run in there. Might as well. I mean, I do it sometimes, but now that I have all 5 zones open, I'm just jumping between them. You know what I mean?
Efficient.
Fast traveling, doing my thing. Setting up camps in each one so that I can travel in the zones too. The zones are pretty big. I think they're pretty cool.
The desert's been pretty big and cool. Again, everything looks beautiful. Graphically, there's literally nothing to say. Like, beautiful.
Sucks for PC users and the.
Is there problems?
Yeah, it's yeah, optimization problems. So like when my wife plays it, her graphics card sounds like it's about to blow up.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get it on laptop.
Yeah,
I really considered it because my partner's playing Pirate Yakuza on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't think your laptop would be able to play it.
I was worried about it.
So she can play it fine. It's just the fan of her graphics card's just
It's just pushing that line.
yeah. And it's not the whole time. It'll be like that for a few minutes and then it'll shut off. Then it'll be like that for a few minutes and shut off. She just beat Ray Dow today.
Nice. She's already ahead of me.
Yeah, but it's not that far. Like the lower rank does go by pretty quickly.
I mean,
if you just
I'm
start
not struggling, that's for sure.
Because you got to really
I
think
got
about
a little bit bored fighting the second time I fought the frog because he just couldn't move. I brought the hammer, so he was just on the ground all the time.
You're gonna kill things. Like I think the longest fight's probably gonna take you like 8 minutes.
I'm crafting. I'm keeping my armor and weapons up to date. I'm good enough at the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's how low rank always goes. Low rank you always crush through.
I just need to just sit down if I could do it. I do want to try weapons now rather than later because they're right now all of the weapons I have are viable for the things I'm doing, so this is the best time to try it out.
Yeah.
Except for glaive. I'm not even going to bother touching glaive. I like it too much. It's too easy.
I don't like it, so it's an easy no for me.
I do like it, but again, it feels easy.
I want to try Lance out.
Probably also never going to touch Lance. I might touch Gun Lance, but...
Well, because Gun Lance they like really gave love to Gun Lance. That's why our friend's been playing that as a main weapon. Because they really... Like, I watched the Gun Lance reveal trailer shit, and like I was like, I've never, ever used a Gun Lance.
Oh, I liked it in Freedom Unite too.
Maybe I used it once in Freedom Unite. Because Freedom Unite might be... no, maybe not. World's probably past it.
The one you played the most?
Yeah, for like the longest period. Because for a long, like, Dissidia was my most played game for a long time. 650 hours. And then Monster Hunter Freedom Unite was in second place with my current save file, if I remember correctly, had like, well, current, I say current, I don't have that save file anymore. It was on PSP. I don't have that fucking memory card anywhere. That's just, I have Monster Hunter Freedom Unite still. I have it on my Vita with a different file. But I have all of my... Okay, so add like 25 Dissidia hours, maybe, for PSP, maybe. I don't remember. Somewhere around 200 to 300 hours in Monster Hunter with that file, and then maybe some more, because remember I lost my memory card and had to start over again. But 14.
Which
14.
Also equally awful for Dissidia.
Yeah.
The game had no business having an equipment system.
Well, but Dissidia wasn't too bad, because remember I just copied...
Oh, yeah!
One of you guys'
And I needed to do that eventually, too, when my PSP got thrown away.
Yeah. I just fucking copied it and then just re-leveled and got stuff to match what I had.
Yeah, the specific legendaries you needed for your specific characters.
Mm-hmm. That game's fire, though.
I've been itching it's ever since it came up. I've been like imagining the combos and interplay again.
I have it on my Vita, dude.
Because we had that shit unlocked. We would see that animation start. It's like he's going for that one block.
Such a good game, man.
We do that. We do that better than like our own fucking neighborhood.
And we just played Freedom Unite. We played that like the four of us. We just played the shit out of that game.
Oh yeah.
And we all sucked at it.
I've not played a Monster Hunter since, for sure.
Oh, well, World, definitely. I mean, I played 3 characters through World.
I did clock in quite a bit. I'm definitely over 60 hours. I want to even say over 80 in World. Nice. And that was all Return to World campaign. Like, I've played maybe 1 hour when it first came out before I said, not for me, champ. And now I'm in G rank.
Yeah, see, look at you go. We're all in the final level of G rank in Freedom Unite.
Yes.
So,
but that's where I definitely petered out, because I remember the last thing I remember in Freedom Unite 2 is at least starting the Chameleos quest, but I don't even remember if I killed it.
Like the G rank version, because obviously you would have fought in the high rank version.
Yes, though I think I was carried, because I don't even remember the fight. I remember the zone. I remember what it's like to cut off his tail, because it practically just fucking disappeared. Because it's high grass, and it's like the tippy tip of his tail.
In the swamp, yeah.
So I definitely seen him die, but I don't even remember the fight. So that's why I'm like, I want to go back to World and fight Chameleos. I want to actually experience the fight.
I'm like pretty sure he's in World. I know for a fact he's in.
I think he was like added super late or something like that.
He would have been added in Iceborne. Let's find out right now. Monster Hunter World. Chem.
Again, I might honestly still go back to World if I like thoroughly beat Wild. It's a big if, though, because, I mean, Lord knows I have too many games. All it's going to take is PoE to be like, hi, 2 new classes, and I'm going to say fuck you to everything else.
Yeah, Chameleos is in World.
Nice.
Well, Iceborne, but yeah. Iceborne is World. So.
And it's also where I am in World. Because I just fought the fucking... I don't know what the fuck it was. It's some big fuzzy thing. It's really early into Iceborne.
Bomb barrel?
Yes.
Looks like
I just killed
antlers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the second monster you fight.
That's where I am in World. Nice. I took the time because I really wanted those fucking T-Astric and fucking Kushalador dual sword. So I was just like farming the Elder Dragons from the end of high rank where I was.
Well, I got 3 characters in G rank, so
I'll let you know.
But no, we're definitely gonna be playing Wilds together at some point. Saturday, maybe.
Hopefully.
I'll get a different weapon. I don't want to carry you.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, I don't want.
I won't allow that.
Yeah,
that would ruin my experience.
That's why I'll buy like a low level fucking lance or something and just dick around.
I mean, hopefully, I'll also be a little farther than I am now by then too. Because I have today, tomorrow, and the next day to play.
Nice. I'm just farming out all the stuff that I want. I'm waiting for title updates at this point.
It's crazy that you're just like practically finished the whole game.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
So Friday, I always leave work early on Fridays, but so I got home. I started playing somewhere around, we'll just call it 1 o'clock, probably more like 1:30.
Yeah, it's more about the length than anything.
So I played from 1:30 till 9:30 because I was awake at 3:34 in the morning for work. So on Fridays, it's almost impossible for me to stay up late because I'm up so early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even I'm up from 4:30 to 9:30, 10. So I think I called it quits at like 10 o'clock-ish. So that's 9 hours in one day straight. Especially nice because, like, started at 1. My wife wasn't home when I got home, and my son was still at school or daycare. So he comes home. He's home for 2.5 hours, and then he went to my mother's house to sleep over. No, my mother's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he sleeps at my mom's on Friday.
Nice.
Sometimes, not every Friday. It's sporadic. And then on Saturday, usually he'll sleep at the in-laws. Nice. So I basically I could just sit there and just play all Friday night. Then I played from when I woke up on Saturday at like, say, 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe 7 to 8, until fucking 11 at night. I just played straight and then did the same thing on Sunday. Saturday or Sunday. One of the days I had to leave and go to my in-laws to help. He had to move some stuff around. They're remodeling their kitchen.
Oh, shit.
So I needed to help move, like...
A true test of marriage.
Why do you say that?
Big decisions.
Yeah. So I had to help move the kitchen table and fucking other bullshit heavy equipment. Not like...
Fun.
Just out of there.
I was just telling the story of the time we moved a hutch up 3 flights of spiral stairs.
That fucking blew ass.
The worst. Might have been one of the worst things I've ever gone through. Honestly.
The thing was heavy as fuck, huge as fuck, and it was like I feel like it was in the middle of July or something shit.
Oh, right? Yeah.
It was summer.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was hot as
balls.
balls.
Again, it didn't fit on the actual staircase. We had to like lift it from the gap or in the middle of the spiral of the staircase.
Sweating bullets, thinking you're about to drop this 3 flights of stairs.
It snaps somebody's arms because again, it's not like it's gonna just hit the staircase. No, it's gonna fucking fall. Like they're suspended by our strength alone.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Like, it's one of the worst things that I've ever gone through in my whole life. It's that fucking bad.
Glad.
Remember you said you specifically said I'm never doing this for anybody again.
Well, because too, I never really cashed in on it, but I've helped so many people move, and I've just never moved. So I've never been able to be like,
as long as you do it before I do.
So I've never been able to be like, yo, you, and you. I helped you all bitches move. Now come help me.
Yeah, even if I'm far away, you can call that ticket in. I'll drive in for you. I'll remember that one. That's a bond forged in blood.
It ain't happening anytime soon, so you're good for now.
I don't think it is for me either, but a man can dream.
Oh, same. Big same. often too.
Yes, vocally sometimes.
I try not to vocalize it because then I just get
Oh, I've been
sad.
vocalizing it a lot lately. It does get you sad, doesn't
It does. Ugh.
it? Yeah, a little stare into the void moment.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't look back at me this time, Void. Just let me just gaze out there.
So, what were we on? Your Saturday?
Oh, yeah, so I played all day Saturday and most of the day Sunday. So I had, like, when I shut off the game Sunday night, I had, like, close to 30 hours in the game already. I was like, fuck. I did take a break on Sunday for, like, 2 hours. So I don't know if I think I've told you. I've been, like, dealing with, like, tendonitis, carpal tunnel and stuff.
Yeah.
I was having it like in here in my fucking right forearm.
Yeah.
When playing like one of the like full days.
Of
I
course.
was, like, the whole day all in here because I was fucking just, and it was mostly the right hand because Monster Hunter's a very right hand dominant game in the sense that you're pressing the
You're doing your triggers a lot, too.
you're not using the D-pad much. You're just using the analog over there. You know what I mean? On your left side. So it was rough. And my wife, she was out sharpening. She was coming, and I had her pick up some Icy Hot. But she grabbed it's like a deodorant stick kind of thing instead of getting the pads, and it did absolutely nothing.
Oof.
It
I see hot my arm so I could kill this monster.
So I was actually I was wearing
babe.
I was wearing my Udi. I took a fucking ice pack and I was walking around with it inside my sleeve. It was perfect because I'm sitting in my chair and it would just rest right on top, and it actually helped a lot.
Nice.
But the Icy Hot later in the day, it never got icy and it never got hot. So I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Medium.
And all it did was smell weird on my arm, like because you're putting like this like chemicals that
Straight
like
up.
fast dry and. I mean, this like quote unquote, it dried quick.
Yeah.
But there's still this film there, and it's just like
Yeah, just because it dries quick doesn't mean it fully evaporated away.
yeah, and then it just has this weird lingering smell.
On top of not helping.
Yeah, it did nothing. It's like, this is bullshit.
I need to kill these monsters. Babe.
Yeah. Oh. So, fuck it.
I'll
And
give
then-
you a proper amount of time I've played when I see it in the morning.
And then on Monday, I came home and I beat the game. That's when I beat high rank Arkvale. Was Monday.
Nice. I certainly didn't. I mean, I knew it'd be short, but I didn't expect one weekend.
Yeah, same. Definitely took longer for World. I'll say that.
Well, there's also way more Great Forest to run up and down.
True, and World did old school Monster Hunter way in the sense that, whereas yes, there's a story and assignments to do, but they also like, okay, you're in low rank level 3. Here's
80 things that you need to do if you expect to get to the next one.
well, the assignments were all the key quests or whatever. Yeah. You didn't have key quests anymore, but here's 6 monsters you can go fight, and I'm like, oh cool, I get to choose which one I got to go fight.
Here's
and
2 of this one, and maybe a combo of 2 different ones.
Yeah, or not even that. It's like you get to whatever rank, low rank 4. You can go fight a Rathian, a Tobi Kadachi, a fucking Anjanath, this and a this. And
On
it's
top
like,
of investigations, which also liked to mix different monsters into like fights.
yeah. Or just going out there into the world and like...
Which does feel better in
an
Wilds,
expedition.
I will say.
Yeah.
Because you just run out there. You don't even have to hit like exit the gate, load up, have a little animation like, hey.
Yeah, you just,
no, you just fucking
run
go.
up. Yeah, you just go.
That felt really good.
And fucking Wilds doesn't have that, so you kind of like blow through low rank because there's no... It's not that there's no side content to slow you down. There's no options. Because like I said, every quest that you
I was
get...
farming investigations so fucking hard in World.
Yeah. I don't know how to get investigations in Wilds.
That's what I was saying in the car. couldn't find if there even was such a thing.
Oh, there is, because I've seen them in the SOSs when I go to search SOSs, and I've been on them, other people's, and I can see when you bring up the quest board,
It says
investigations is one of the things, but I don't have any. Because in Wilds, in Worlds, you'd get
from the
from
researcher guy.
Well, yeah, but you would get them from collecting tracks, or
Yes.
sometimes if you broke a part or something.
I think field surveys helped too. If you killed something like just going out.
Oh yeah. So, but I've done those in Wilds, and there's like tracks are just not. They're just not a real thing at all.
I haven't seen any.
It's very, very rare that you will.
To be fair, when they send me out, I pretty much already know where the monster is every single time so far. Like,
Yeah,
it's just pinned it on my map anyway, so I don't need tracks.
exactly. So,
Which is less realistic. I appreciate my time saved, but I don't know. I didn't mind that part. Maybe it's because I was used to having to paintball and just hope I know what zone they started in.
I did hate that sometimes you'd load in, you can't find it, and you're running through all of these zones. You spend the first 5 minutes of your quest looking for it, because anytime you would go to this side, they flew to the other side of the map.
It's classic Latias from Sapphire and Ruby. Latias would be in like a random like route or like town, random loading in zone. But every time you change zones, Latias changed zones too. So you're just going, do, like anywhere.
So you would have to try and maneuver yourself in front or be ahead of him somehow.
They fly, you don't. So they don't linearly follow the map. When you change zones,
so it's
they
just
change zones.
So it's basically just
Luck.
a luck.
Yeah. But that's what it made me think of for Monster Hunter. Because, yeah, there is usually a normal starting zone for most monsters, even way back in the day. But as each zone you load into, there's a chance that they'll fuck off the opposite direction. Don't miss that. Hated that. All my homies hate that.
Yeah. But I'll figure it out. And if anything, I'll look it up. It's no big deal.
Yeah. You got through the whole game.
Yeah.
It clearly wasn't a big deal.
It's good though. The combat is just
They always do great with the weapon improvements every single time.
and like the fluidity of movement is just, and it was already really good in Worlds. It just is just better. It's just like walking around.
Walking around does. I feel like attack pace feels just like a little bit weird compared to World. I feel a little bit slower on dual swords than I used to.
Oh, I played dual swords today. I definitely did not feel that at all.
That didn't feel bad. I want to emphasize that. But like, I don't know. It felt a lot like crisper in World. I would put it. Like I feel like I'm getting this like 0.2 second delay between my moves.
Oh, I didn't feel that at all. I felt
Maybe it's a me thing.
just like the movement in combat too, like the focus mode to being able to like move mid combo is so good. Because the monster's constantly moving, so it sucks when you start your combo and you just go in a straight line this way, and now the monster is like way over there.
Maybe I just need to be using focus mode more. Because I've literally only used it for focus attacks. I didn't even...
No, you can use it to so say I'm charging the greatsword, right? And then I go to and I'm charging it facing this way.
Yeah.
And the monster's standing in front of me. But then when halfway through my charge, he jumps to my side, my right side. I can use the focus mode to turn even mid-swing. You can turn your character. I can do that even for Charge Blade, the fucking big super slam. Like, I
Maybe
can
it's the fact I've been using mostly ranged then.
Yeah.
Because focus mode for bow, I haven't done any movement, but their fucking wound thing, like their focus strike, it brings up a big ass square, marks the wound for you, auto track hits it, and then does an animation. Which felt a little cheap, but man, I'm not fucking complaining.
My wife's been using the bow, but
It's good.
I've
But
been
I'm tired of it.
I've been telling her, though, she probably shouldn't, because I feel like bow is the hardest weapon to use correctly.
It's a lot easier these days, though, because the indicator shows you if you're like in critical distance instead of way back when you're trying to judge off hit indicators.
Yeah.
So like that helps
what icon,
a shitload. The crosshair.
Oh.
If the crosshair's not like perfectly golden, you're not in your critical range. It'll gray out if you're not like, and it changes per ammo if your gun. Like obviously, spread shot has a different range it's best at than pierce.
Yeah.
When you switch ammos from like pierce to spread, you can see that it'll go gray because you're not in your critical range anymore. So just always follow the crosshair for those.
Yeah.
But I still know what you mean. Like I was forcing bow back in the day before I even knew to be watching hit indicators, and the moment I learned about critical ranges, I was like, took my hunt times down to like 1/3 of how long my hunts were taking.
Yeah. Like, and I've mentioned that to her, like critical range and stuff, but she's just having fun, and she doesn't low rank. Anything she does, she's going to kill the monster.
It's
so.
also easier these days because you can see the damage numbers.
And
Something that you figure out with time.
And she uses the SOS flare. She has no issue calling people in. None at all. And I'm like, do it. Yeah.
I do for first kills.
Oh,
I really want to know I fucking earned a kill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I always go solo first. But if I'm farming something, today, it was glorious. I was like, damn, I need some Rathalos parts. But Rathalos can be a pain in the ass to fight solo, so I'm just going to fucking go.
And you've killed how many Rathaloses by now? Like
in my life, yeah. Right. So, back-to-back quests, I was like, oh, this is 3 out of 4 people, and they've been in it for like 4 minutes. So I load in, right? The first one, I run, and I get to Rathalos. I jump off my Sacred, I hit it once, turn around, hit a second time, and he's dead.
Nice.
Carve him, and I'm out. Then, the second one, I load in, and I'm in the fight for maybe a minute, and he dies. Carve him, get my rewards, and I'm out. So I'm like, this is beautiful.
I was only really jumping Rathians and Basilgeeses in World. Because I killed one Basilgeese. I said, I'm not soloing that ever again. No.
See, because so I wish that there was a Basilgeese type monster that was. So there were 3 monsters that 4 if you count Zoshia, the final boss. 3 monsters that I didn't know were in the game prior to launch when I played the game. Because every other monster had been shown in trailers or something or talked about. Blangonga, I found out the day before. They just shared it on social media.
Which, to be fair, all the time leading up to, you're like begging them, like, please just stop giving me information.
I was, yeah. So I didn't know that the second octopus was in the game. So when I saw that, that was dope. Didn't know Guardian Fulgurangenoth or Guardian Ebony Odogoron. Those 3 things I didn't know were in the game. So that's the only 3 monsters I didn't know. But like, what was it? It was Rise. When I was playing Monster Hunter Rise, they added a title update to add a new monster. But they didn't tell anybody at all that there was a second monster that they just dropped in the game. And I didn't know. I'm sitting there fucking mining, and then all of a sudden Basilgeuse theme starts playing, and he just comes crashing in on top of me. And it was fucking epic to
That's
be
awesome.
like, holy shit, fucking Basilgeuse is here? What is Basilgeuse doing in fucking...
We can get some more of that with the title updates to this one.
Yeah.
I would cry. I fucking hated fighting him.
I don't mind him. I think he's pretty easy to fight.
His timings felt so off from other monsters. He's carpet bombing everything, and those timings being off. You know how he like really hangs on some of those body slams? It was fucking me up. Again, on top of the carpet bombing.
The grenade bombing is kind of annoying. I'll give you that.
Like I can't melee because he explodes around him. I can't range because he carpet bombs the whole area with slow to detonate explosives. I mean, I can. I beat him. But that's why I never soloed him again after.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? I'm not going through that. No. Thank you, sir. There's someone else I jumped a lot. Probably Nergigante.
I love Nergigante.
'Cause I made a few of his weapons, and I doubt that I soloed him every time, but I might have.
But yeah, you know.
I'm ready. I'm ready to sink my teethies in.
Yeah, I'm ready for you to sing. I was
I'm sorry I didn't get more.
very sad to see you not there on the weekend, but it's okay.
Sorry.
I
I
understand.
had stuff to attend to.
No, it's fine. I understand. It's just a video game.
It's just a video game. But video game I want to play more of. I'm glad that I haven't been playing video games as much because that means I'm less far from some sort of burnout. I'm ready to embrace my Monster Hunter now.
I didn't play at all yesterday.
Nice. Well, you beat the fucking game.
I had to take a break.
Yeah, I would hope so. You beat the fucking game.
And then I hunted the 2 Rathalos today. I did like 4 or 5 quests today. Just because, I had nothing else to do. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go hunt some stuff.
Someone's going to be on Pirate Yakuza sooner rather than later.
Maybe, because...
Well, you also still have Kingdom Come already, so...
Yeah. But again, like I told you with Kingdom Come, I'm playing that very slowly. Like, even when I was waiting for Monster Hunter, I'd play it for an hour, and then I'd go play something else.
Nice.
Come back in, play it for an hour, go do something else. You know what I mean?
Sounds like the right way to do it.
But because I'm like really excited to get back into 14 with this new patch coming at the end of the month.
Yeah, see, this is how I know Path of Exile's coming with something. Everybody's coming with something.
So I don't want to overwhelm myself with other single-player games that I could be playing, because then I will play some of them. You know what I mean? So say I have Monster Hunter, Kingdom Come, Yakuza, and then I also still want to play, like, Smite's dropping heroes every week, and then Predecessor's fucking dropping an update at the end of the month too.
Big one too.
So I'm going to be wanting to jump into some of these things, and that's just going to cut away from more time from 14.
Yeah, I'm like hunkered down. I'm not buying games anymore.
And this 14 patch is the new raid tier. So if I want to do that, I have to do that sooner rather than later because I don't have a raid group. So I need to try and catch the Party Finder wave, which is, immediately. Because right now, say I wanted to try and raid, I'm on tier 3. Nobody's doing that anymore. The only fight in the raid that people still do would be the final fight. The final tier. Because people want the weapons for glam. Because
people worked all their months to get to that point in the first place.
So nobody gives a fuck about the other tiers. So I needed... And I took my time on the first ones. And it kind of fucked me in trying to beat 3. Because I couldn't find parties. Because then at that point, you're looking in Party Finder. It's like, oh, there's only 3 parties looking... And none of them are at the stage of the fight that I'm at. Or they're all further than me, or they're just fresh learnings. And
there's like one person that's looking for a full party.
And you can see that they've already been waiting for 45 minutes, and there's still just one of them. So it tells you in Party Finder, because you can keep a Party Finder up for 1 hour. And it says
the actual timer.
It says how much time is remaining. So if it says 20 minutes remaining, they've been sitting there for 40 minutes, and not a single soul is in their party. That's a sign not to join that party.
Yeah.
No one is doing this fight tonight type deal. So I'm hoping to... And it won't be immediate release. They always push it back a little bit, but Relic, I think, is coming this patch too.
Ugh.
And it's a grind one, finally. So...
Oh,
So there's gonna be content for me to actually do, and I've been itching to play 14 again. It's just there's nothing for me to do right now, so I've just been putting it off. I'll play it when the content comes for me to play it. But she's a coming, and it's because I said new raid tier.
You got to be there.
New tomestone, so I need to log in every day to do the expert to get the tomes to cap each week to stay current with gear to do raids. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Oh, but the
Don't
raid...
lie, don't miss it.
The raid Savage is postponed now 2 weeks after launch. But this patch will also come with an extreme trial. So I'll have 2 weeks to try and farm out the extreme trial. because I don't have enough free time to try and raid and farm an extreme trial. So I have to do one or the other. Because, like, last expansion when Golbez came out, Golbez was at the same release time as a raid tier. So I had the 2 weeks I cleared
But
Golbez.
it's fucking Golbez, too, like...
And Golbez his fight's not that easy either.
I bet it's not. I mean,
it's
extreme trials are things you have to learn still.
Yeah.
They're learnable, but they're still hard.
You know what pisses me off? Kind of segue. What I've been doing in 14 lately is not my first clear, but my first clean clear. When I go through the whole fight and there's no wipes, no one dies. Specifically, when I don't die, I save that recording of that fight. So I can always look back at it and just be like, just enjoy
a nice clean run.
A clean run and see what a fight was. So I've done that with a few. I started that last expansion. So like any raid I've cleared since Endwalker, not all of Endwalker, but somewhere in Endwalker till now, every extreme trial and raid I've tried saving the footage for. But I've lost the footage for 2 extreme trials, and one of them I really liked. And it's super, like, Barbaricia from last expansion. Everyone disliked it because it's super crazy. There's stuff happening all over the place. There's a lot of movement, but I fucking loved the fight. And I farmed out the mount. I had to get the 99 tokens to get the mount. And I fucking loved every minute of it. But I don't have that video. I don't know what happened to it. It's just gone from my PlayStation.
That sucks.
Right? Big Sag.
That's another reason for an external hard drive.
Yeah.
Probably can move some photos
Especially because just my fucking save file, like my gallery file for 14, is almost the same size as the game file.
I'm not surprised. I had to do a lot of cutting back in the day because of that. I was taking a lot of pictures in 14 when I was...
Well, screenshots don't do shit. It's my...
I had some
9.5 minute videos of these clears. That's what the problem is.
I still had an old Titan Extreme clear on my fucking... From like way back when I first cleared it.
I have my... Because when I told you that when I went and got the Strikers trophy, or tried getting the platinum for that, when I was on my PS4, I looked through my gallery on all of my 14 stuff, and there was a lot of good stuff in there. But I still also have...
Lots of memories?
Well, no, I have another hard drive for my PS4. Because when I filled up my first hard drive, I bought a new one and switched it out. So I have 2 hard drives for the PS4. So I want to put that... It's not too hard, it's just popping the cover off and taking screws out and plugging the hard drive back in. I want to swap them and see what's on the original. See what fucking stuff's on there.
Tokyo Jungle.
Because on the second one, I still had... Oh, fuck that.
It's still on my PS3, sorry.
I still have all my Paragon videos on one of my hard drives. So I looked at some of those, too.
I miss mine. I still look at them on Facebook, like the few I posted on there.
When they come up in your memories or whatever. Yeah.
Just a couple of pop-offs.
Dude, I liked when you could PS share right to Facebook or something. I fucking... Some of them, though, I'm like, nobody watched this. I just posted a 21-minute fucking gameplay video. Like, even when I had 2 friends that played...
Shades emoji on it.
Yeah, but, like, I even had 2 friends that played with me when all 3 of us were big in Smite. And I'm like...
Is it Bangs and Sadis? Oh, no,
no.
Paragon people.
Those are paying... Yeah, no, IRL friends.
Oh, okay.
Monster Hunter friend and...
Yeah.
I was like, they're not even watching this full thing. They'll probably skip through.
No,
this is 20 minutes.
I'm certainly not watching a full 20-minute match of yours.
Yeah,
love you to pieces.
I wouldn't do the
happening.
same. So I did think, but clips though, minute and a half clip. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of those.
I never turned down a pop-off clip.
Yeah.
Pop-off game though, that's too big a course, sir. I'm not that hungry.
Bro, there's this clip that haunts me to this day of my first dropped penta in Smite. I was Susano. And dude, I come clean, so clean. I come over into the lane. My team's getting fucking mollywopped. And I dive the back end, and I just, like, delete 2 people immediately. My whole team gets wiped. I clean up their support. And then their assassin, who's also Susano, so it's mirror between those two, and their hunter on her is still alive. So they come at me on her ults me. So I'm already mad. Just right off the rip. It was like, my whole team died and this guy still has his fucking ult.
That's good. Hold out for one more ult.
So he gets me like super low. But I also get him low. So I fucking go in on him. I get the kill. I'm like 4 levels above their Susano. So I do infinitely more damage to him because of that fact. And he is panic fighting. I can watch the clip now and I can see everything that happens. We go back in on each other. And I'm like backtracking and doing Susano's his first ability is a 3-stage ability. So he does a conal slash in front of him, into a circle slash around him, and then into a dash. So it's a 3-hit thing. And you can, with Susano, you can weave all of his abilities in that.
Yeah, like there's a certain amount of time where you can hit the next part of the combo and other stuff doesn't interrupt the combo.
Yeah, so he's all about weaving stuff in and combos and all the things. So what I was doing was I was walking backwards. That was my only ability up. So I hit it like fast though. I just go through the whole combo. If I waited, because he's panic autoing and I'm backtracking, so his autos aren't hitting me. I dash into his 3rd auto attack chain, which is his heavy hit in one. And my dash probably would have killed... Oh, if I didn't dash, I would have been able to turn an auto and kill him. But I dash into his auto attack, and it kills me. And I drop the
Thus
penta.
ended your penta.
Yeah, so it's just a quad. And I look at it, and I remember...
Hey, that's epic, though.
Yeah.
Into another Susano? That's epic.
I was like... I have... If next time the clip comes up, I'll share it to you. But it was fucking beautiful. So sad.
It's still beautiful though.
It took me
quad
years to get my penta. I've only had 1 penta in Smite 1. And it's with Lancelot. Not even with Susano. I have a lot of quads. I think I have 50, because you can check how many.
I've only gotten quads in my clips in Paragon.
I have a penta. It was Sparrow.
I literally saw how I dropped my penta every time it comes up on Facebook. It's a clip of me as Chimera coming around in the jungle, killing 4 people, and there's a Gideon that ults above me. And you know, when you're spectating, you're in overhead.
Yeah.
So I was behind the shoulder. Gideon comes up and ults and teleports away, like in this direction, and I go this way. Completely lose him.
Sad.
You can see me like looking around too, like fucking sponge guards. Like,
where'd he go?
Where's the? I know I just got Gideon ulted. Where the fuck did he go?
Dude, that happens to me all the time in Predecessor 2 when people flash. It's just like, where'd they go?
Yeah, I need to start getting used to flashing through people because it's so disorienting.
Yeah. And I need to focus more on, instead of trying to look for people on the screen, look at the minimap first, because I'll give you an indicator which direction they went.
You can at least start moving your direction. If you don't start turning your camera everywhere right away, at least if you start moving direction, you'll keep pace.
Especially with Predecessor's lack of movement penalties.
Mm-hmm. We gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know with how much CC anymore. I don't want a back pedal penalty when everyone's gonna fucking stun me. Fuck it.
Dude, I've also had another drop, a stolen penta in Smite 1 as well, with Achilles. I was so mad. I flamed the dude, too, in chat, and I sent the video to our 2 friends that play Smite with me, and because we all stopped playing, and I just took this massive break from Smite. and Predecessor's beta. So it was somewhere after Predecessor's beta came out, and then full releases in there.
Yeah.
And I come back, and it was my first game. And I'm like, well, if it's my first game, I gotta play Achilles. It's my best god. I'm rusty as fuck, so let me just play Achilles. And in that, I get the quad. I go fucking like 11-1 in the fight, and I get the quad, and then he's at our Phoenix line, the fifth kill, so, and he doesn't. First off, even I forget it was a Bacchus or something. It's like, yeah, he's got to jump, but I'm Achilles. You're not getting away from me. A Bacchus isn't gonna outrun an Achilles. And there's 3 people with me. This dude's dead.
Yeah.
He's gonna die here. Everyone can tell I just got the quadra kill. So why would you...
See, I
and
can't
it's a
even,
support.
I can't even be on your side because I am absolutely the person that no brains it. My brain goes, is there red on my screen? Let me blast the red thing. Like, I don't care. I don't listen to any context. I don't give a fuck who started the fight. I give a fuck that at any moment Blink can come off cooldown and you might drop that fight.
Well, in Smite 1, there's no combat blink.
I still wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I'll make a new excuse for why I don't care. But it's not, I want to specify though, it's not out of selfishness. I'm not saying here as a player being like, I want that experience in gold. I'm just saying they're like, that's an enemy who's alive.
Especially because
I warn you, because that will happen. If you're
Yeah.
ever close to a fucking penta, you need to be like slamming chat or calling my phone to tell me not to ruin it.
Yeah, but then if I'm calling you, I'm not focused on getting that penta, so that's a
Well, it
deserved
gives you a
drop
better
penta.
chance if I'm around, because I will lay into them, and I probably won't even know you killed 4 people. Unless I see your alt land, and even then I'm like, that guy's getting away. It's just how I play games. I'm a kill confirmer. I don't care about courtesy.
The only one I would, because I've done it for someone else. I've given someone, I wouldn't say given, but I've helped someone secure a penta by not securing the kill where I could have.
Oh,
I would stun them.
I'm the support that last hits. Like
I stunned the person, and I could have easily autoed or used another ability and killed the person, but I just stunned them and waited, and that person killed them.
let me put it this way. In all of my time playing MOBAs, I've maybe done that once. In one instance.
But it's only if I know that's on a quad and they're about to get a penta that I'm going to let them do that. But if you just got
to
a double,
about getting the penta that are aware of other people's pentas.
But if you just got like nothing and it's just some dude there and he's close and I just yoink the kill from you, I yoinked your kill. Get over it. You got double.
It.
I confirmed it.
You confirmed it.
He gets real mad with that shit. He gets so mad with kill stealing.
Who?
Our friend.
Really?
He gets
Again, I don't even think of it. That's why, if anything, I'm
mad.
warning you that I don't think.
And I'm like, bro, it's just kill confirming. You would have dropped that shit.
It's true. I don't.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
don't give a fuck.
If you're not on a quadra,
If there's an enemy
taking it.
in my line of sight, my job is to hurt the enemy. I'm not going to go, you go for it, guys. That's your dinner.
well, you should do that for the carry.
No, I still
If
don't.
it's especially
I know I
early.
should, but again, at any, especially predecessor, at any second that blink comes off cooldown, they can disengage that fight.
So the way I play it, if I have to play support in predecessor, is I'll feel out how well this carry's doing in the first couple of minutes. And like if there's opportunities to kill, I won't go for it and let the carry try and do it. But then if I'm like, oh, you just dropped the fuck out of that kill. Oh, you could have killed this person, you didn't. It's like, okay, third time you're out, I'm just gonna go.
Let me extra emphasize, I think that one time was me letting a carry confirm the kill once, and it was definitely within the last year. But that was like the literal one time ever I've ever consciously thought to myself, that's someone else's kill. It's not how it goes. I just want to win, man. I don't care who gets the actual kill. I just want them to be killed.
I hate people that chase too far, though.
Yes, that's me also, though.
There's a point where it's just better to let them run away and just get the objective.
I will make people doubt that, though. I wish I still had the clip. I have a clip as Kalari back in Paragon where I jump up, get between the inhibitor and their base to last hit with a dagger. It's
Yeah, but
up towers too. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
think
got
they had
the
a
kill.
T2. Yeah,
I've seen
victors make history.
people chase people, and I'm like, bro, their whole enemy team is alive, and they see you on their map, deep in their
you can
jungle.
See everyone shifting that way.
And then you start seeing people moving out of their lanes that direction, right? And then they go invisible because now they're not seen by your minions. And it's like, bro, get the fuck out of there. And then they die, and you happen to be the jungler, and they blame you for it.
Where are you, jungler? Their jungler was here. Where were you? Yeah, their whole team was there, bro. You're fucking halfway up the river.
It's like, bro, you're level 4 deep in their jungle. What are you doing?
It's so bad in Predecessor, though. There's a lot of chasing in Predecessor.
People think it's a kill game, and they just go for those kills, and they chase deep, man.
I'm not that bad, but I do overcommit hard.
But then, at the same time, when their enemy is in my jungle, deep into mine, nobody comes to
Don't get me started on that. I'm like pinging that shit. I got pissed. I forgot. I think it was a match with you that I got killed in my own jungle. And I can't express to you how much red I was seeing. I was livid, man. I could have snapped my controller in half just gripping.
Listen, I understand if I died before you got to me. I get it. Because say you're in the mid lane, right? And you're in the middle of the mid lane, and I'm on red buff. And then they come and get me in my own jungle. And I'm low health or whatever, and I'm fighting this guy. Chances are you're not going to make it to me in the first place. But if you just stay there, that's what's going to piss me off.
That's what pisses me off, because I'll approach, see them doing my jungle mains. This time was like this. I see them in my 5 camp. So I'm pinging right there before I even go to engage. I'm slamming the ping button. And then I go to engage because I'm like, surely they see them on my 5 camp. We can just clean this shit up right now. And then I just died because it stayed a 1v1.
Yeah.
And if that person's stealing my farm in my jungle, you bet your ass that they're already over-leveled me.
No.
And I want to start playing League. Isn't that something?
Yeah, don't do that to yourself.
I might. We'll see. There's a lot of furries. But should we call it there?
Yeah, don't play League.
It's a friend. As a friend and as a therapist, don't play League.
Yeah, you get Monster Hunter Wilds. Play that. You get Path of Exile updates. Play that.
Yeah,
you got
again,
Pirate
I will
Yakuza.
be dead to the world when the next Path of Exile update comes. The reason I'm not no-lifing Path of Exile is to save experiences for when more content comes.
There you go. Don't play League. It's bad for your health.
We'll see. I'll be the judge of that.
It's bad.
I know things that are bad for my health. I'm the perfect judge.
But, yeah, I guess we can leave it there.
Yeah, about almost 2 hours. That's good.
The Monster Hunter Wilds episode. The game is awesome.
Which, I mean, they're probably going to expect a second Monster Hunter Wilds episode when I start talking about it.
Oh, yeah. So there's going to be more Wilds talk in the future. Get used to it.
This has been
Dukes of Wisdom, episode 100, Monster Hunter Wilds edition.
Peace.
Peace.